Since ngayon ay panahon ng pagre-research, tayo muna ay mag-discuss ng isa sa mga common na ginagamit sa thesis or sa research na statistical tool, which is the weighted mean. So wala muna tayong dagat video ngayon, tayo ay bumalik sa ating nasimulan na mathematics tutorial featuring weighted mean. So let's go. Nagbabalik ang tutorial ng ating channel. So this time, we will be discussing weighted mean in research. So paano ba kinukuha ang weighted mean ng mga research? Especially doon sa mga research na mayroong mga checklist, no? Paano sa sinosolve. So ngayong hapon natin siyang i-discuss. So, bago masolve ang isang weighted mean ng isang research, so kailangan meron tayong research. So this time, for our example, I have prepared na research. So the title of the research that we are going to study or we are going to find out its weighted mean is the factors affecting the length of relationships. So medyo popular siya ngayon. So gamitin natin sa example. Statement of the problem would be the level of effect of the factors that affects the length of relationship in terms of trust issues, yun, lack of communication, jealousy, X issues, lack of content. No? So meron tayong 5 factors that affect the relationship, the length of relationships. And the respondents for our study would be 30. Napaka-importante ang 30 na yan. It's because mamaya ay ating gagamitin yan sa pag-solve ng ating weighted mean. So, what are the steps or the procedure in solving the weighted mean? So, these are the procedure. We have 5 procedure in solving the weighted mean. Number 1, we have the tabulation of the data. Number 2, compute the table. Number 3, compute the total. And number 4, compute the weighted mean. And then number 5, interpret using the rating scale. So number 1, in tabulation, paano tinatabulate ang isang data? So ang pagtatabulate ng data is binibilang lamang yung row score or kung ilang respondents or yung nag-score ng ganito sa isang factor. In case of our study, so hindi na natin pinakita kung paano pag-tabulate. So ito ang resulta ng ating tabulation, no? So binilang natin kung ilang respondents ang nag-rate ng 5 sa trust issues, ang nag-rate ng 4 sa trust issues, ang nag-rate ng 3 sa trust issues, ang nag-rate ng 2 sa trust issues, and nag-rate ng 1 sa ating trust issues. So in this sa pagkakataon na ito, no, 13 ang rate ng 5 sa ating trust issues, 8 ang nag-rate ng 4, 4 ang nag-rate ng 3, 3 ang nag-rate ng 2, 2 ang nag-rate ng 1. Sa lack of communication, 14 ang nag-rate ng 5, 7 ang nag-rate ng 4, 5 ang nag-rate ng 3, 2 ang nag-rate ng 2, and then 2 ang nag-rate ng 1. Sa jealousy, we have 15 na nag-rate ng 5, we have 6 na nag-rate ng 4, 6 sa 3, 2 sa 2, and 1 sa 1. Sa X issues, we have 15 ang nag-rate ng 5, 7 ang nag-rate ng 4, 4 ang nag-rate ng 3, and then 3 ang nag-rate ng 2, and then 1 ang nag-rate ng 1. Sa lack of content, no, yung mga 16 ang nag-rate ng 5, 6 ang nag-rate ng 4, 6 ang nag-rate ng 3, and then 1 ang nag-rate ng 2, and then 1 ang nag-rate ng 1. So in that regard, no, paano sa chine-check kung tama ang ating tabulation? Kung tayo ba'y nagkamali or nagkulang tayo ng bilang. So chine-check siya via bibilangin natin kung ilang respond ang ating nakuha mula sa ating factors. So since tayo ay merong 30 na respondents, so meaning to say, kailangan ang response na to would be equal to 30, no? So ating bibilangin. Actually, meron na siyang total. Pero for the sake of the art, kailangan natin siyang bilangin. This will be the computation, no? Ating siyang bibilangin. Here is our magical calculator. Clear history muna natin. Okay. That would be, we have 13 plus 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. 30, correct? We have 14 plus 7 plus 5 plus 2, 14 plus 7 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2, we have 30. 15 plus 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1, that would be 30. Correct. So 15 plus 7 plus 4 plus 3 and plus 1, that would be also 30. Correct. We have 16 plus 6 plus 6 plus 1 and plus 1, it would be 30. Meaning to say, sakto ang pagkakabilang natin ng ating tabulation. So ganun lang siya tinicheck, no? Total lang natin kung siya ay magsakto sa 30, which is the respondents. Alright. Our next procedure after tayo magbilang ng ating tabulation, no, the next procedure would be compute the table. So paano siya kinu-compute? So meron akong prepare dito na ating tabulation table ay computation table. That would be ang unang gagawin dito is isusulat natin yung ating tabulation dito sa ating prepare na table. That would be so sa ating factor 101, number 5, we have so this will be our factor 101, that will be the trust issues. Factor 102, that is the lack of communication. Factor 103 is the jealousy, and factor 1.4 is the trust issues. We have also 1.5 is the lack of content, no? So ang next na gagawin is ililipat natin yung ating tabulation dito sa ating prepare na computation table. So that would be 13. We have 13 here, 14, 15, 15, and 16. We have also 8, 7, 6, 7, and 6. We have 4, 5, 6, 4, and 6. We have 3, 2, 2, 3, and 1. We have 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. So to compute the table, ang ating gagawin is multiply the row score sa ating weight. No, that is the next process. Multiply the row score sa ating weight. So which means that would be 13 times 5. That would be 8 times 4. 4 times 3, 3 times 2, and 2 times 1. The same process, that is with 14 times 5, 7 times 4, 5 times 3, 2 times 2, and 2 times 1. Same process, 15 times 5, that would be 6 times 4, 6 times 3, 2 times 2, and 1 times 1. 15 times 5, 7 times 4, 4 times 3, 3 times 2, and then 1 times 1. Same process, 16 times 5, 6 times 4, 6 times 3, 1 times 2, and then 1 times 1. So multiply. Now kukunin natin ang ating pangmalakasang calculator. Asan ka na? So ito na siya. Hindi ko mapakita sa inyo kung paano kaya nyo yan. So ang mangyayari dyan would be 13 times 5. 13 times 5 would be equal to 65. 8 times 4 would be 32. 4 times 3 would be 12. 8 times 2 would be 6. 8 times 1 would be 2. 14 times 5. 14 times 5, we have 70. We have 7 times 4, that is 28. 5 times 3, 15. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. We have 15 times 5. That would be 75. We have also 6 times 4, that would be 24. 6 times 3 would be 18. 2 times 2 would be 4. 1 times 1 would be 1. And then 15 times 5 would be 75. 7 times 4 is 28. 4 times 3 is 12. And then 3 times 2 is 6. And then 1. So then we have also 6 times 16 times 5. That would be 80. 6 times 4 would be 24. 18. 2. And then 1. So that's the process in getting the weight of our table. The next process, pag nakuha na natin yung ating laman ng ating weight, so the next process would be compute the total. That would be our third process. Compute the total. So in computing the total, that's simply add the weight, the multiplied weight, which means we have to add 65, 32, 12, 6, and 2. So that will become 65 plus 32 plus 12 plus 6 plus 2. That would be equal to 117. Now, next is add the multiplied weight. So that will become 70 plus 28 plus 15 plus 4 plus 2. So that is 119. Same process ating third row. We have 75 plus 24 plus 18 plus 4 plus 1. So it would become 122. Same process, 75 plus 28 plus 12 plus 6 plus 1. That will be also 122. Same process for the fifth row. It will be 80 plus 24 plus 18 plus 2 plus 1. That is 125. So let us set the total here. So that's how you compute the total of this table. So procedure 3 accomplished. So next step would be to compute the weighted mean of our computation. So the weighted mean of this process would be equal to the row score or the total row score. Sabi ko nga kanina, importante yung respondents is because sa pagkuha ng weighted mean, no, is kailangan siya. That is the total row score divided by the respondents, which is 30 yung kanina. No, that is the fourth process, which means that is 117 divided by 30. 117 divided by 30. So that would be 3.9. That would be 3.9. 119 divided by 30 would be 3.97. 122 divided by 30 would be 4.07. 122 divided by 30 would also be 4.07. And 125 divided by 30 would be 4.17 hundredths. So para makuha ang ating total or yung total ng ating weighted mean, just simply add the 5 means and divided by 5. No, so add, that is be 3.9 plus 3.97 plus 4.07 and then 4.07 and then 4.17. 4.17. So that would be divided by 5. It would be 4.036 or 0.404. It will be the total of our weighted mean. So that's how you compute the weighted mean of a research or the weighted mean of the result of your survey, no? So paano siya sinusulat sa isang complete na table? So sabi nga dito sa ating procedure kanina, meron pa tayong last, which is the interpret using the rating scale. So bago natin siya i-interpret using the rating scale, is summary muna natin, i-recap muna natin kung ano yung mga nangyari, no? Para naman tayo ay hindi malito bago natin isulat sa ating final na table, no? Unang ginawa, kinompute yung ating row score, that is via tabulation, that is the process number 1. The process number 2 would be compute the table. So kinompute natin siya, sinulat natin yung tabulation, multiply by the weight, kaya nag-result dito, no? And then after nun is tinotal natin siya, that is the process number 3, para makuha yung total. And then next, pang-apat na procedure is para makuha ang ating weighted mean, that is total row score divided by sa ating respondents, which is 30, no? And then after nun is pag nakuha na natin yung mga mean dito, no, that would be i-add natin yung 5 mean divided by 5 would be result to our 4.036 or the total of our table. Ang panglimang procedure ay ating susulat na yung ating final table para sa ating research. Alright? So ito yung ating pinaka-final table sa ating research. Level of effect, the factors that affect the negative relationship. You have the factors, the trust issues, lack of communication, jealousy, X issues, lack of content, total, and then yung ating weight, the total, the weighted mean, and the interpretation. So based dito sa ating computation, we have 65. So 65, 70, 75, 75, 80. We have 32, 28, 24, 28, 24, 12, 15, 18, 12, 15, 18, 12, and 18. 6, 4, 4, 6, 2, 6, 4, 4, 6, 2, and then 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. As for the total, we have 117, 119, 122, 122, and 125. As for the weighted mean, we have 3.9, 3.97, 4.07, 4.07, and then 4.17, and then the last would be the interpretation. So paano ini-interpret ang ganitong table? So in this sa pagkakataong ito ay nag-prepare ako ng isang 5-point scale para ating ma-interpret ang result ng ating ginawang survey or ginawang weighted mean. So mangyayari dito, kung saan nakapabilang itong weighted mean ay iyon ang kanyang interpretation. So 3 and 9/10 would be included in here, since siya ay nasa pagitan ng 3.40 and then 4.19, meaning to say the interpretation of 3.9 would be high. 3.97, that is also high, since siya ay nasa pagitan ng 3.4 and 4.19. 4.07 would also be high, since siya ay nasa pagitan ng 3.4 and then 4.19. Also 4.7 would also be high, and our 4.17 would also be interpreted as high, since siya ay nasa pagitan ng ating 3.40 and 4.19. Alright, so this will be our final table para sa ating ginawang weighted mean. Yan. And lastly, it has a grand mean of 4.036 and has an interpretation of high. So hanggang dito na lang ating video. So sana ay kayo ay may napulot at natutunan sa ating video ngayon. So if you have any questions, corrections, or suggestions para sa mga topic na gusto nyong i-discuss dito sa ating channel, ay open na open and welcome na welcome. So bago tayo magpaalam, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.